And let's quickly go live across to Vienna, where DD India's Gautam Roy joins us live. Gautam. All right, Gautam is there. Gautam, we saw all your reports from all things Indian to the substantive part of this visit and why it is so significant, not only for Austria, but for India. But let's start with the interaction that you just had with the diaspora there. And I think it is just a matter of hours when Prime Minister Modi will be landing there. To begin with, an overview of the significance of this visit, Gautam, in terms of deliverables, and what does this visit mean for both countries?
Well, to put it simply, Sakal, it means a lot because it's been 75 years that India and Austria have had diplomatic relations, and this is a relationship that has been fruitful to a certain extent till now. And now that after 40 years an Indian Prime Minister is coming to Austria, to Vienna, there is a lot of hope, a lot of anticipation that this will be taken even further. It is not just for the two governments, it's for the people as well, and even the Indian diaspora is an intrinsic part of that. They're 31,000 strong. May not be a huge number, but still they are in a fairly good position. Most of them are professionals. They also work for a lot of these unilateral UN-related bodies that are there, headquartered in Vienna as well, such as the International Atomic Energy Agency and even OPEC Plus. They are headquartered here, so a lot of people are here as well, and they have their own aspirations, certain cultural aspirations. They're seeking their space here, which I'm sure Prime Minister Modi would be made well aware of if he's not aware of it already. But as far as the business ties are concerned, the trade is concerned, already $3 billion of annual trade takes place between these two countries. Remember, Austria is part of the European Union as well. We're still working on an India-EU pact. If that happens, where Austria can also play a key role in making sure that we get there, then of course it will get another major boost. Investment is another area. Collaboration in high-tech spaces and startups, in funding startups, is something that is being looked at very keenly. So a lot is in the process. It's being accelerated as well, and that is where all these things will be explored, how to take them further, to give them greater pace, to make the progress faster as well.
Business component of this visit is also very important. If you could also run us through that, as well as Prime Minister's itinerary. Some very interesting things also lined up. I mean, of course, the business meetings, but Prime Minister will be meeting with the influencers there, and of course the diaspora event, which I'm sure all Indians out there are waiting with bated breath.
Oh yeah, that's a headline event for them. That's happening tomorrow and Wednesday in a place called Sophiensaale here in Vienna. And people have been really hankering. They've been badgering the Indian Embassy for invitations. Unfortunately, not everyone can be accommodated, but as many as possible people are going to be accommodated over there. But the day begins with a lot of action tomorrow itself. On Wednesday, a substantial part of the visit is happening tomorrow on Wednesday at 9:55 a.m. That's when the PM will head for the Federal Chancellery, where he'll meet his counterpart, Chancellor Karl Nehammer. They will hold their talks at the delegation level as well. There will be statements to the media that will tell us what was the tone and tenor and the substance of their interaction. And he'll call on the President of Austria as well, Van der Bellen, Alexander Van der Bellen. And at the same time, he will also be meeting some influencers. But what is unique about this visit is this India-Austria CEO meeting, where about 14-15 Indian CEOs of different companies, especially niche tech companies, 5 of them are startups, 2 in aerospace alone. And there's an Austrian component. The Austrian side will be represented by 28 companies of a similar nature, big companies and companies that are also into metal manufacturing and sustainable practices like recycling plastic. They will all have their interaction and brief the leaders as well as to where they feel more needs to be done and where there is a scope for doing more as well, to ensure that India and Austria have better business relations, they make better progress together.
Gautam, before I leave you, a quick one on that Radha Anjali Bharatanatyam school report. I mean, one is really convinced that there are a lot of India's cultural footprints out there, with nationals from students from Sri Lanka and elsewhere in the world picking yoga, picking Bharatanatyam. So India's soft power, at least I can say, ruling, or really, I mean, getting a lot of prominence and popularity in Austria.
Well, you know what happens, Akhil, is that in places like Vienna, which is a sort of a melting pot, because I mentioned the UN institutions are here, people of different nationalities have come through the decades here, especially after the EU was formed. There were certain opening up as well in public schools. English began being taught at a very young age to children, apart from German, which is the main language here. A lot of people have come in, different influences have come in. For example, yoga has been here for a long time. People don't even know that yoga has its Indian origins, but now, since India is getting global prominence, they're realizing, this comes from India.
Okay.
Bharatanatyam comes from India. Classical music of a different kind, the Hindustani classical music, South Indian classical music comes from India.
Okay.
They're getting to realize that, and there's a newfound respect for Indians, the kind of professionalism and the kind of historical depth that India has. That has become realized as well, and they find out that we've been a great civilization, and we are a hugely promising civilization as well. So that is something that again adds further value to what India really means to countries like Austria.
Absolutely. Gautam Roy, thank you very much for joining us live from Vienna. You have a long day ahead tomorrow as well. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you in few moments from now again. Thank you as of now, Gautam.